Well, hello. Today is Thursday, March 25th, and we do have some birthdays today. Today is Esther's Humlet, H-U-M-M-E-L-T, Humlet. Esther's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Esther. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Mary Ann Ellen Posey's birthday. That's a mouthful, Mary Ann. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary Ann. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Cheryl Martin. It's your birthday too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cheryl. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Jackson, I didn't forget about you. Today is Jackson's 9th birthday. He's Susie Buey's grandson. Jackson, I love that name. It's so cool. Strong name for a strong little man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackson. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great birthday. It's just starting to sprinkle a little bit outside. We're supposed to get rain all night and tomorrow. It's supposed to be done by noon. I've been very lazy this week. I haven't gone for my walks just because I was lazy. I went with David today to look at trucks. Jim went with him this morning, and he went to this one lot because David had seen a car or truck that he wanted to test drive. And they got to the lot, and the people said, oh, no, we don't have that on our lot. And he says, well, it's on your website. And he says, well, you know, we have a lot of other trucks. And so Jim said, well, then that's kind of like a bait and switch. You don't have that truck here. Is it anywhere near? Well, no, but, you know, we have other trucks comparable to that. Well, then you shouldn't list them on your website. So anyway, David told him how much he had to spend, told him exactly what he wanted. And the guy looked at the inventory and that, and he says, well, let's take my car back to the back part of the lot because we got about 4 or 5 new vehicles in. And I think you might like one of them. And so then they bring him back there. And David wants an extended cab. And the first truck he showed him was just a regular truck with no cab, no extra seats in the back. And David said, well, I want an extended cab. And he says, oh, well, how about this one over here? And then the other one was like David wants a 4-door truck. This one was just like a 3-door truck. And David says, that's not what I want. And he says, well, you know, you should take it for a test drive. It might be something that you want. And David says, no, I know what I want. I want a 4-door. And then I want it, and he told him the price range. And he said, well, I don't know how much these particular ones are because we haven't put a price on them yet. Well, then why are you showing them? You know, I think he was just trying to take advantage of them because I think he thought, old man, young guy, take advantage of them. I don't know. Who's to know? So they get back to the showroom, and they sit down, and the guy says, well, I think I've got 4 or 5 trucks in mind. I have to go take a picture of the VIN number, and then I have to go to my manager to see exactly how much they are because they're not in the system yet. And then they walked out, and Jim was just sitting there. And then he said to David, he says, well, what do you think? And David says, well, I know what I'd want to do. And then Jim says, well, what do you want to do? He says, I want to leave. This guy's not listening to not one thing I have to say. And Jim says, well, I wanted to leave, but it's your truck. And he said, I'm not buying anything from this man. So they went to another car dealership. They saw another truck that he kept coming back to the first one that he liked. So we went back there today to see the first truck, and I think he's going to pretty much settle on that one. So we have to wait till tomorrow till he gets his pay stubs so we can go back to the credit union because he's got to show proof, you know, of his employment and that. So I'm thinking that's the one he's going to end up getting. I will take a picture tomorrow with him in his new truck if he gets it, but he's really excited. He really is. So that took a couple hours. I mean, by the time they test drove his car, which he didn't get as much as he had hoped to get for it, but it was understandable because he knew that there was a couple issues with it, more issues than he thought that he had until they told him. But so, you know, he's going to take the price that they gave him, and then, you know, just getting it written up and all that good stuff. It took forever. And then we got home, and I just did balanced my checkbook, things like that. Just didn't do much. Never have enough money in there. I have enough to buy. I don't want to sound like I don't have enough money. I mean, we can always use more, is my point. I mean, if somebody wants to come and throw a couple $1,000s in my account, you're welcome to it. Is it going to happen? No. But, we can always wish. And then just stayed on track. My one tooth back here, and I told you yesterday I went to get my teeth cleaned. I hate getting my teeth cleaned. I hate the feel of my teeth when they're clean. But I told you that I have a problem with this tooth that's been giving me a little bit of an issue in the back. And so she had, I guess there's a problem that there's, I don't know, I think I have a cap on that one, I think. But anyway, the food is getting trapped, I told you that. So they gave me a special little pick that I got to use to pick out the, to clean in there. And they're going to keep an eye on it. I got to go back. I don't know if I told you all of this. I had gone to the dentist and I got all done, and he was in the middle. The hygienist got everything all done, and she showed me my x-rays on that. And she says, well, we're still keeping an eye on that tooth. It's kind of iffy. And she showed me the x-rays as if I even know what anything is, other than my mouth just looked like a whole bunch of pegs because I have so many root canals in my mouth. I see all these little pegs all over the place, like little picket fences in my gums. So she said, well, he's in the middle of a procedure. He'll probably be about 15 or 20 minutes. You can either wait or you can leave, and if there's a problem, he can call you. She says, but I really don't see a problem. And I said, well, I don't have a problem waiting if you really think I should wait. And she says, well, even if he finds a problem, when he looks at the x-rays, he's going to just reschedule it for another day. Anyhow, he won't be able to do anything today. But, you're more than welcome to wait and talk to him. And I thought, no. I really had a complete faith in her. She's a really good hygienist. And so I thought, and I've been going to her for a while, so it's not like I think she's going to steer me wrong. I always go to the same hygienist. So I said, no, I'll just go. And if there's a problem, he can call me. And sure enough, about a half hour later, on my way home, because I had stopped at a couple places, he called and he said, we need you to come back because that area that we're looking at, we need to get in there and extricate it or so. I don't know. They got to do some digging, which is going to take a half an hour. It didn't sound promising, whatever they had to do. He said, well, of course, we'll give you Novocaine. Okay, that tells me right there. It's not something I'm going to be looking forward to, that he's got to numb me up before he can do it. So I thought, okay, that'll be fine. And then I woke up this morning and I feel like I got an abscess now. And I tried to look in my mirror, like I pull my mouth open and all that, like a horse, like when you look at the teeth to see if it's a good enough horse to buy. And it does look a little swollen. So I don't know if when I was using that little pick that they gave me that I agitated it more, or if her poking and prodding when she was cleaning the tartar off my teeth and cleaning out all the extra food that I couldn't get out from my flossing. I don't know, but it doesn't hurt, but I'm aware of it more so today. And then my appointment to go back to him isn't until the 16th, I think it is, of April. And I don't know if I'm going to wait that long. It's just, I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow, and if it still feels, I don't think I look swollen. I know I got Rosema? No. Roscema? Rosma? Whatever it is. I get that every once in a while on my face. That might have that, but it's just like in here, I don't know. But anyway, so I got that to look forward to, going back to the dentist for that. And then I know I had a couple people concerned for me yesterday. I guess I didn't make it very clear. I think that because I'm a weight loss channel, I should just tell you thoughts that I have that I think other people share, just to let other people know that they're not the only ones that think that. I know I have a long way to go. I know that. And I know that I always say I'm not going to let the number bother me, but we know who I am, and I'm going to let the number bother me. As much as I say I'm not going to let it, I think if I say it out there enough times that maybe it'll come back and I won't worry about it, but I do. It's who I am. But I realize it's a slow journey. I realize that it's going to take a while. I know that. And I guess I worry that I'm too overly concerned about not worrying about it, that I'm not trying as hard as I could be trying to lose weight, and that's why I'm not losing weight, that I have this attitude, well, I'm going to follow this plan the rest of my life. So I think that I'm more or less in maintenance mode right now. Where I'm very happy to be in is maintenance mode right now. Of course I'd want to lose weight, I do, but I'm not ready to make all the sacrifices that I have to make to be in a losing mode. So I think I've come to that realization. I still am going to continue to try to lose weight. I guess people just took the wrong impression from my video yesterday. I know it sounded like, I watched it again to see it. I guess it did sound kind of depressing, but I really was in a pretty good state of mind yesterday. I really was, but it's just, I think we all reach that point in our journeys, like, is it ever going to end? And it's not. It's just not. And even when you're on maintenance, it's a constant battle too. So I just have to think a little bit more about, am I ready to stay in maintenance mode and hopefully lose a half a pound or a pound here and there? Or am I ready to get really dedicated and get back on track and just be diligent? And I'm not at that place right now. I was at that place when I first started 4 years ago. I was like 100% into it, but right now I'm about 90. And I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with 90%. On Fridays when I get weighed, no, I'm not fine with it. When I get weighed on Fridays, I think, why can't you do this 100% of the time? Why is it so hard? But then the day progresses, and then the weekend comes, and then I'm thinking, 90-10, that's pretty good for me. You're 70 years old. What do you got? You've lost a good portion of weight. And so I'm just like a roller coaster. I know I go up and down and twist and turn, and you never know from day to day what my attitude's going to be. But my attitude is I'm not going to quit. And I know that quitting is not going to get me there for sure. So readjusting my sails. That's all I can do is readjust my sails every once in a while. And until I can really get outside and feel, I don't know what the word is. I just feel like, I think my sister goes through this in January, where she goes through this period in January where it's just like she feels trapped. Like, am I going to be stuck in this house forever? And I'm at that point now where it's like, am I ever going to get out? Because the outside is where I belong. I really do. But I don't want to be homeless. I like being in the house with all the necessities that we need, the heat, the air conditioning, the lights, the water, the bathrooms. I like all of that part, that aspect of it. But I love being outside also. I really do. So for now I'm content. I really am content. Tomorrow when I get weighed, maybe not. Who's to know? Who's to know how I'm going to feel tomorrow? But I am a day-to-day, what's the word? Peacock. Sometimes I like to strut my feathers and think, oh, you're doing so good. You're like, look at me. I'm perfectly on plan. I'm the perfect peacock. And then the next day I'm the female peacock that has no colors. That's just sitting there. I don't have to attract anybody. That has no analogy to it, does it? Like the males in the species always got to look so pretty because they got to attract the females, and the females just think, whatever, okay, That's the way nature is, I guess. So some days I'm like the peacock that's like looking for attention, and then other days I'm just the peacock that just goes, okay, whatever. And lately that's the peacock I am. Okay, whatever. But one day soon, hopefully, I'll get back to that peacock that's like wants to get noticed, have the attention drawn to me, that I am losing weight, I am doing good, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. And if you follow me a while, you know that my analogies never make any sense to anybody but me. It makes perfect sense to me. And if you understood everything I just said, you must be from my planet. Welcome! We can make a new home here. All right, that's it for me. I know. Wackadoodle. I know that for sure. A wackadoodle. But I'm feeling really confident. I'm feeling really good. I know that I say the number's not going to bother me tomorrow. But if I don't have a loss, it's going to bother me. I know that right away. And I know I'm setting myself up, but have you met me? Do you know me? I think you do. I think you know exactly who I am. I think you know exactly how I feel, and I think you know exactly how I'm going to react. And that's what I love about you guys, because you know who I am, and you accept me for who I am. And I so appreciate that. Okay, my little peacocks. Which ones are you? Are you the ones that just think, oh, I don't care, let's just take it day to day. Whatever comes along, comes along. Are you the one that just wants all that attention? I must be the one that wants all that attention because I keep coming on here every day complaining. Enough. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe. Thank you for putting up with me.